Here with King Mo just a few days after his victory over Jacob Noe at Bellator 97. First of all, Mo, congratulations on your victory.
Thanks, man. Hey, Nate, come here. Good shout to my boy Nate.
Yeah, we hear him on TV getting his props, so we gotta.
You know what I'm saying? He helped me out a lot during the camp. All my training. He was there. We did a sandpit workout. We did weights. We did bag work, sparring. There for wrestling, grappling, everything. He was there.
Yeah. Now, it's just 5 days after the win. Obviously, you didn't take much damage in that fight, but right back in here training, no time off for you?
No, I took the day off, but I worked out on Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna get back in there.
So until you find out what's next for you, we don't know, or if you're fighting Emmanuel Newton, if you're fighting Attila, if they're fighting each other, you really don't know at this point what you're doing. What's the plan? Just kind of to work out life for a while until you have a more definitive plan? Are you heading back to Ohio for Valley Wrestling, or what's up with that?
I gotta go back to pro wrestling school, and then I'm gonna do I'm just gonna stay in shape. I'm always around like 214, 215. I might get my way up to like 218 sometime, because I like to eat a little bit here and there. But other than that, I stay in the gym, work on a few technical skills, and add some few wrinkles to my game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Now, we saw in the interview afterwards, you had all those great wrestlers on that card. You commented that it was kind of a tribute to wrestling, USA Wrestling, all that kind of thing. Was that really true, or was it just kind of more your strategy that you knew that there's no way you could handle you on the ground, and that was just the game plan going in that could take him down?
The game plan was that I could stand. Nate, come on here. Let's bring his name on this. Because the game plan was like to do whatever I felt like doing.
Yes, sir.
Because we could have stood with him. You know what I'm saying? We could have stood with him. We watched film on him. I could have wrestled with him. We could do whatever we want with him. But he was so upright, the takedowns was there. And then, I could do more punches standing. But when I did throw punches standing, they counted. You know what I'm saying? I landed everything I threw standing up, but 4 punches. But I controlled them, and I felt like, with the altitude, being a factor, it felt like, if I grind them out, then I could make him pay.
Nate, were you surprised that he took him down so early and kept him there pretty much the entire fight?
Yes, I thought it'd be a lot harder fight. I thought Jacob would try standing up a lot more, but it was so easy for Mo to take him down that, for Mo just to keep taking him down, that's what he did. He did everything right. He hardly got hit in the fight. He just destroyed him. Hardly got hit, so.
Now, Mo, you were confident that you had advantages everywhere the fight went, whether it be on the ground, on the feet, wherever, but were you surprised that basically it was pretty much a walkover for you, that you didn't really take any severe damage? I think you landed with 2 nice leg kicks in the entire fight and maybe one try at an arm bar, and that was about it?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised because I think I train hard. People think, because somebody's a wrestler, he stopped. Babu was my boy. Me and Babu have different pedigrees of wrestling. People thought he stopped Babu's takedowns, that it equates to stopping my takedowns. We're 2 different types of wrestlers. I have a different style of wrestling and different type of transitions. And I knew that once I grabbed his leg, it'd be game over.
Were you glad? Speaking of Babu as a guy you liked, or looking back, are you not that you're happy either way, but glad that you didn't have to fight him and that someone else ended his career, I guess?
Well, I'm not happy about his career being ended, but. I'm happy I didn't have to fight him because that's my boy.
And last thing about that fight, just with the animosity, obviously once it started, you guys were pretty respectful of each other the entire fight. Looking back, was it something that the animosity was real? Was it more to build up the fight, or just something that kind of changed over time?
No, it was real. There's stuff being said, but the thing is, a lot of it was like people that didn't really represent him, I thought represented him, and they were coming to me saying stuff that I wasn't feeling. And a little was misunderstanding, but after the fight was over, we shook hands, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? No problem.
One more question, and we get to the good stuff. How was it fighting after, you fought after Ryan? Did you feel, I don't know, I don't know if you watched the fight or not, but did you feel kind of a need to carry the banner after Ryan was disappointed there and lost his fight with Minikow? Did you feel extra pressure to go out there and kind of show for the group here?
I didn't even watch the fight. I warmed up. The thing is Ryan, but Ryan's out there doing his thing, and it's a team sport because we're a team, but it's an individual thing when we're in there. So I thought Ryan take care of business. I know he was, but broke his hand unfortunately. But I was warming up, focusing on what I had to do to get my victory.
All right, let's talk about the good stuff now. With Roy Jones Jr., they kind of looked like they pulled one over on everybody. They had Rampage having a big announcement. It was rumored him fighting Roy Jones, and Roy Jones was in the crowd. Did you think that was going to happen? I know you said you saw Tito backstage. So what was that kind of all like when you saw him back there? Did you think that was going to be Rampage and Roy Jones for a fight, or what do you think was going to go down beforehand?
I saw Tito backstage as I was going to the ring. I was going to the cage. And I didn't think nothing because I was about to fight. You know what I'm saying? I saw him there. And I didn't know. I thought he was just there because, you know, just, I don't know. I didn't think nothing of it. I ain't trying to find out the gossip, you know, so I just chalked it up.
Well, were you aware that Roy Jones Jr. was there?
He was there. I saw him there.
Yeah. So do you think that was going to be the announcement, or like you said, your fights, you were really worried about it?
After my fight, I didn't know. Because after my fight, I was backstage just talking to a bunch of my brother and my partners, you know what I'm saying, the Dodger twins, and you know, Roy's back there chopping with Roy, you know, Jeff, and I look at the screen, I see Rampage and Tito face to face. And I was like, oh, so that hit me. That's the announcement. And I was cool with it. It's cool.
What did you think of their promo skills?
I didn't hear nothing because, like, you know, where I was at backstage, the screen, all you saw was the screen. You didn't see, you didn't hear any talking.
Yeah. Well, if Rampage and Roy Jones Jr. were actually to have a boxing match, how do you think that'd play out?
Roy Jones 10 out of 10 times.
Nate, you got any observations on that?
Yeah, Roy, just knock him out.
Because a lot of people are saying that Roy Jones doesn't have a chin left, but I still think if you're...
Well, it's not about having a chin, you know what I'm saying? It's about how he has to get hit first.
Right.
Two, like, you know, Roy Jones been boxing, pure boxing for so long. And the people that beat Roy Jones were title holders. You know, it's not like he didn't beat by bums. He's getting beat by guys with experience, the guys that are world champions. You know, Rampage, on the other hand, is an MMA fighter.
Right.
So, if it was MMA, then Rampage would beat him 10 out of 10 times, 11 out of 10 times, 100 out of 10 times,
right,
every time. But the thing is, it was a, you know, no one knew what it was, so, you know, it was a toss-up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whoever had the advantage is, you know, they picked boxing, right? Roy Jones had the advantage. They picked MMA, Rampage had the advantage, you know what I'm saying? So when they hit us with the Tito thing, then it didn't make sense, but it did make sense.
Did you get to see him on TNA when Tito made his walked out as the August surprise? Did you see that?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Man. You know, it's mixed reactions between a lot of people, but I think it's good. You know, some people are so old school, they want the same thing over and over, but this is a little different. You know, I think it's good to have, like, you know, have some cross promotion.
What about those that are worried that it's going to blur the lines and they're already starting to speculate? You know, there's the fans, the MMA fans that hate wrestling, and they're already worried about fight fixing and that kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't know who they are. Yeah, there's probably the small amount of people on the message board.
Yeah, I mean, as a fighter, yeah. I mean, you don't think there's no chance that's ever going to happen, because then I'll say like back in Japan, like in the Pride days. And
yeah,
that
but Japan was. Here's the thing. They realized Japan, pro wrestling and MMA, the top was Yakuza. You know what I'm saying? That's mafia. You know what I'm saying? Right. If this is Viacom, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know. If people want to think that, they can. They're stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't waste my time with the small minority people that are on the message boards speculating and coming up with these conspiracy theories. They have nothing else better to do. Right. Get a girlfriend or get a boyfriend and do something.
As a fan, since I'm 99.9% sure that you have no idea what's going on with TNA, the inside, what do you think they're going to do as a fan, or what would you like to see them do with Tito? Do you think he's going to go to Aces and Eights and
I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do. I have no idea, you know what I'm saying? But it makes sense for them to join Aces and Eights.
And then the opposite side of it.
But I have no idea. I wouldn't mind seeing a bad influence. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, that'd be cool.
And then just finally, what do you think? Now they have Rampage, they have Tito. Obviously, they're both going to be involved in storylines for now, but they're not in school yet. So how do you think they bring them along where they can work them into the storyline without exposing how green they are in the wrestling business?
They're doing it right now.
I mean, do you think they'll actually get more physically involved at some point?
Well, you know, a little melee here and there, or, you know, something. As far as a wrestling match, no, not at all. They don't have a wrestling match, not at all.
All right, Mo, appreciate it. Congratulations, and look forward to seeing you back in the cage soon.